Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Woodforest Bank Stadium for tonight's District 13 6A opener for the Woodlands and Grand Oaks. It is senior night here for the Highlanders tonight. We've just gone through all the pregame introductions and honoring the seniors for the Woodlands High School here tonight, just moments away from kickoff. Very balmy evening here at the bank. And looking forward to getting underway here momentarily. Both of these teams coming in 2-0, perfect starts to their season. Wanting to keep it going here tonight, of course, with the start of district play. Last night we had College Park and Conroe. College Park getting a 35-0 win over the Tigers. And then in the other 13 6A action tonight up at Moorhead, got Willis and Caney Creek playing each other. So after a couple of dress rehearsals, it is getting serious very quickly here tonight. So we're glad that you will be joining us for tonight's call. My name is Jeremy McGrill. I'll be leading you through the stream tonight. We will be back with you in a couple of moments once we get closer to bringing the teams out here in a few minutes after a word from our sponsors tonight. Thank you.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the varsity cheerleaders followed by their school songs. Introducing the 2025-2026 Grand Oak High School varsity cheerleaders. Mia Curry, Molly Mosley, Senior All-American Team Co-Captain KK Soares, Cadence Orlando, All-American Lori Roche, Ava Fox, Natalie Shaw, London Ashton, Senior Team Captain Macy Sanford, Maddie Soares, All-American and Varsity Social Coordinator Casey Sharon, Chloe Black, Maddie Bowers, Hannah Spears, Summer Lawrence, Senior and Head Social Coordinator Rachel Cox, Colleen Coyne, Brooklyn Lower, Taylor Rose, Senior All-American Kinsey Wells, Marin Coutet. Tonight's mascots are Reagan Lindley and Gabby Martinez. The Grand Oaks varsity cheerleaders mascots are under the leadership and direction of head coach Michelle Lau, coach Renee Weller, coach Deanna Volk. Our Golden Palms this week are being awarded to Macy Sanford, Rachel Cox, and KK Soares. Now, introducing the Woodlands High School varsity cheerleaders. Senior Emma Belusha. Senior Leah Brown. Senior Sante Buchanan. Senior All-American Lucy Elliott. Senior Captain and All-American Avery Engdahl. Junior William Ferguson. Junior All-American Diego Gaffara. Senior Lila Alvadir. Junior All-American Peyton Harcock. Senior Emily Hubbard. Senior Leighton Jocelyn. Carmelina Climo. Senior, Hadley Morgan. Senior and All-American, Lexi Pickard. Senior, Hannah Raker. Junior, Kaylee Reyes. Senior, Lila Rom. Junior, Jesse Ryan. Junior captain and All-American Ella Stout. Junior, Caroline Tierney. Senior captain and All-American Haley Vara. Senior captain and All-American Sophia Beza. Senior Audrey Watkins. Junior Cassie Watson. Junior Cameron Watson. Senior Sophie Westy. Freshman mascot and All-American Sam Patrick. And your senior mascot Bree Cradle. The Woodlands High School cheerleaders are under the direction of Coach Renee Frank. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and join us in a moment of silence. Take this time in prayer or your own way to reflect on the safety of the players and participants, the spirit of sportsmanship we hope to see tonight, and the safe return of all of us to our homes. We also ask that you keep in your thoughts the leaders of our great nation as they guide us through challenging times, the brave men and women of our armed forces who stand guard both here and abroad, and the dedicated first responders who serve and protect our communities each day. Thank you. And now the Grand Oaks High School alma mater. And now, your Woodlands High School alma mater.
Keating Chevrolet is a proud sponsor of Conroe ISD Athletics. We're suited up to equip your team with a versatile Silverado, heavy-duty or Colorado, spacious Tahoe and Suburban, or sporty Equinox, Trax, and Trailblazer. Keating Chevrolet has a large selection of certified pre-owned. After you've left it all on the field, come pick out your next Chevrolet at Keating Chevrolet. Keating Chevrolet is pleased to partner with Conroe ISD for every game, every play, every win. Come visit us today or browse online at KeatingChevrolet.com.
Our orthopedic care is shaped around you. And you. And you. Because customizing treatments and using breakthrough techniques is how your comeback starts. Like 3D printing for ultra-precise joint replacements and providing the same specialty care as we do for the Houston Rockets. So you return sooner, stronger, better. This is orthopedic care designed for you. Memorial Hermann, advancing health, personalizing care.
Woodforest National Bank, where convenience meets community. With over 30 branch locations in and around Montgomery County, we're always close by to help you with your banking needs. But we're more than just a bank, we're proud supporters of our local community, dedicated to making Montgomery County a better place to live and work. Experience the difference at Woodforest National Bank. Convenient, caring, and committed to you.
Imagine you are him or her. Like them, you have a lot to manage. Houston Methodist has a lot to offer. Convenient primary care for annual upkeep, personalized orthopedics to keep you going, and a cancer center with the latest technology and treatments, all in one manageable system so you can thrive. That's the difference between practicing medicine and leading it for you. Houston Methodist, leading medicine.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand and direct your attention to the 50-yard line. Tonight's presentation of the colors will be led by the Woodlands High School Air Force Junior ROTC. Commanding the color guard carrying the United States flag is Cadet Colonel Alexia Kimino. The Texas flag is being carried by Cadet Airman First Class Zoe Curtis. The right guard is Cadet Staff Sergeant Natalia Maria. The left guard is Cadet Captain Alonzo Olivares. The Woodlands High School Air Force Junior ROTC Color and Honor Guard is under the instruction of Colonel Stacy Goodshaw and Chief Master Sergeant Roger Garcia. At this time, we ask that you please remove your hats and place your hand over your heart as we honor our flag and nation with our national anthem.
And just like that, everyone, we are ready to kick off some football here tonight. District 13 6A opener for both of these two teams. The Woodlands Highlanders versus the Grand Oaks Grizzlies, and we are ready to get it going tonight. Both of these teams coming in 2-0, went through their pre-district with 2 wins apiece, unbeaten, but now just like that, it's time to quickly get down to business as the captains will come out here to midfield. We'll get the coin toss underway and find out who is going to start with the ball first tonight. My name is Jeremy McGrail, and I'll be leading you through tonight's stream here from Woodforest Bank Stadium. The sun setting mercifully for us here. It was a very warm afternoon and evening. Now, with the shade overtaking the field and a good chunk of the visitor side, hopefully conditions improve for the players here tonight. We don't have too many issues with things like cramping and all of the stuff that you typically see in the early season, August, September days with the cramping and all of that. Guys finding their sea legs after a couple of games. District play getting off to an interesting start.
And elected to defer their option in the second half.
So Grand Oaks has won the toss, deferring to the second half. Had an interesting start to district play last night with College Park getting a big 35-0 win over Conroe, continuing the perfect start to the season for the Cavaliers. And tonight, I believe we have 2 more teams that will be contending for playoff spots in 13-6A when all is said and done. The Woodlands, of course, been atop the district standings, contending for that district title basically every year for a really long time now, wanting to get back on top of the mountain after Willis has taken down the district past couple of years, and then New Caney before that. In fact, the last district title for the Woodlands coming in 2021 when they went 8-3 that year and had that loss to Spring in the first round that season of the playoffs. But the Highlanders looking to come out here tonight and take step 1 on their mission to reclaim the district title. Grand Oaks looking to continue their ascent as a young program. Try and make a big statement here tonight at the bank. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We have got the ball down with Grand Oaks. Has it set up to kick it away. The kicker for us is Caden Rosado, a junior for Grand Oaks. Going to send it back. 13-6A play underway for these two. That kick is going to go out of the back of the end zone, so we're going to have a touchback right off the bat here for the Highlanders as their offense will take the field now. So looking forward to seeing what we get early doors here from the Woodlands on offense, and Grand Oaks, of course, trying to shut the door defensively as early as they can to keep themselves in this game with a chance. So as it is, we come out here with Jack Dalton, the senior quarterback for the Highlanders. He's got 3 receivers with an H-back in the game out of the gun. 1st and 10. And a quick pass to the right side. It is complete. That is Deshaun Wynn. Can take it up the right sideline. Big gain out over the 50. 18 rather. Jamison Gavin was reading the wrong roster there. Apologies. Senior receiver for the Highlanders, Gavin, on that catch and run. Great gain to get us started. Move the chains for a first down. Ball's going to be spotted. They said he ran out of bounds to 44. So we're going to go to empty set, 5 wide receivers. Dalton, quick pass out to the right side again. Complete to number 1, Eli Lancaster, senior receiver. He's going to gain a couple, and that's it. Bring up 2nd and 8, 11:49 on our first quarter clock. Here's Dalton back in 3 receiver gun with the H-back. Now going to motion across from the H. Sweep. Some room around the right side. He is loose to the 30, 20, 10. Can he get all the way in? He is pushed into the end zone. That is going to be a touchdown. No flags on the field. Number 0, Cody Jordan, senior running back for the Highlanders. The Woodlands really liking what they see around the right side earlier. Attempted 2 passes out to that side, and now a run on the sweep to Jordan. Hits pay dirt on drive 1. The Woodlands on the board in authoritative fashion. On for the point after is Luke Crudgington, senior kicker for the Woodlands. Ball is up and good. Take the score 7-0. The Woodlands, 11:39 on the clock. The Highlanders did not need much time at all for that drive. About 4 or 5 plays, I believe, on that drive. It started with a touchback on the opening kick from Grand Oaks, so the Woodlands driving the field in quick fashion. Grand Oaks played Spring in their first game and won 34-0. Followed that up with a 28-20 win over Waller this past week. And likewise, the Woodlands starting with a 27-0 win over Katy Cinco Ranch in their first game. And then traveling to Deer Park last week and getting a 30-20 win. So the ball is teed up for the Highlanders. Going to send it back deep to Grand Oaks. Going to go to one of the upbacks. Going to be a returnable line drive kick. Some room around the left side. That's number 12 for Grand Oaks who fielded that. Kyson Morgan, the senior defensive back. So Grand Oaks will have decent field position to start their first possession of the evening on offense. And it'll be experienced senior quarterback Grant Smith coming out for Grand Oaks, leading the offense. Grant Smith been on varsity since he was a freshman. He is by far the most tenured quarterback in the district. Starting the gun with 2 receivers. Run heavy look. That's what they're going to do. Try the middle and gain a few yards. Number 2 on the carry, Keelan Gauss. So Grand Oaks needing to try and find an answer here early doors. It's a 3-yard gain on first down. Now Smith going to go under center, 2 wide receivers. Handoff again. Going to try similar spot in the line. Gauss going to pick up another few yards, bring up 3rd and short. Be about a 3rd and 3 from the spot. Grand Oaks now in a 3-receiver shotgun formation. Trips to one side. Some movement along the line. It's going to be picked off. 30, 20, 10, and touchdown if it counts, but there's a flag that came down that may have been a free play for Grand Oaks. The offense is staying on the field. They believe that flag is going against the Woodlands. That's why I didn't get quite as excited as I would have normally on a pick. And offsides on the Woodlands. That's going to pick up the first down for Grand Oaks. Chains are going to move. It was 3rd and 3. It's going to move the ball out across midfield down to the 46-yard line of the Highlanders now for Grand Oaks. So in business. So 3 wide receiver set for Smith. Back to pass, he's looking deep. He's going to try a throw up the left sideline. Gets the arm down there, it's caught, touchdown. Number 6, Darnell Jackson Jr. got singled up coverage, exactly what they wanted. No flags on the field. That is how you answer. So the Woodlands scoring on their first drive. Grand Oaks comes right back down and answers on the long touchdown pass from Grant Smith to Darnell Jackson. 7-6 now on the scoreboard. And if this is what we can expect here this evening in this football game, I am here for it. Seven, all tied up after that PAT. Ten minutes, 11 seconds on our first quarter clock. Smith just rears back and throws that down where his guy can make the catch. That's exactly what Jackson was able to do there to get us tied up. As you can see there on your screen, shade nearly covering the entirety of Wood Forest Bank Stadium now as the visitor side is becoming completely shaded now with the sun nearly set. So for the kickoff, number 35, Caden Rosado Jr. for Grand Oaks. Kick well into the end zone. It's going to be touched back. Nope, now he's going to fake it. A little okey doke, and he's got room around the right side. There is a lane. Fooled everyone, including me. Kaysen Bartolozzi just slowed rolling everybody on that one. He's taking a casual stroll in the end zone, and then he's like, I'm gone. Nearly broke that one. Good job of recovering by Grand Oaks to prevent that. So here we go again with Jack Dalton and the Highlander offense, 3 wide receivers in the shotgun. Cody Jordan in the backfield with Dalton. Quick pass left. Going to be caught. Go right down to the ground, though. No gain. Jamison Gavin on the catch. 2nd and 10. Dalton looks to the sideline to get the next play, and here we are, 4 wide receivers. 2 to each side of the formation. Motion out, empty. Flare to Jordan. He's got it in the flat on the right-hand side. Sheds the first tackle. Still up the sideline. He's staying in bounds. He's going to go into Grand Oaks territory all the way down to the 44-yard line. Going to move the chains. And he is causing a lot of problems so far for the Grand Oaks defense. It's Jordan. Three receiver set, H-back. From the gun, Dalton's going to hand it on the sweep. This is the play they scored on. Grand Oaks is going to stack it up that time and tackle Jordan after about a yard. into 4 receiver formation, 2 to each side for Dalton. 2nd and 9. Gonna fake the run, quick slant. He's got his man across the middle. That is Gavin, caught for first down yardage. Jamison Gavin, been heavily involved so far tonight. The Woodlands continuing to move the ball at will here in the early going. Look to the sideline for the play. Dalton makes the call. Empty backfield, 5 wide. Back to pass. Looking deep, has the man up the sideline. It is caught cleanly. Great job catching. It's kind of a little flare out to Gavin in the whole of the Grand Oaks defense. Good job by Dalton spotting the open man. Some clever route running. So 4 wide in the gun, 2 to each side of the formation. Going to motion into the backfield now. Dalton to the flat. It is caught, turned up the sideline. Touchdown Highlanders. Number 14, Carter Cass, sophomore wide receiver. But they're going to blow a whistle here. Let's see what the call is. Did not see a flag come down here initially, so we'll get the indication here. It's going to be a hold. So unfortunately, the touchdown by Cass will be negated by that penalty. Or delay of game, rather. 1st and goal from the 15. 3 wide receivers in the gun. Going to motion in from the outside receiver. Sweep to the right side. Be stacked up well by the Grand Oaks defense. No gain, or maybe a yard. New running back in the game on that play. It was number 22, Lincoln Halsey, senior. Four wide shotgun, 2nd and 14, back to pass. Dalton, he's going to be flushed to the left and scramble. He's got the opening. He's going to turn it up. Touchdown, Jack Dalton does it himself. Great quarterback scramble. Flag comes in late. That'll go against Grand Oaks. And the Highlanders are going to tack on their 2nd touchdown of the evening on the legs and talented running of Jack Dalton, senior quarterback. Nowhere to go there, just flushed out, goes to the left side, and it opens up for him. Steps into the end zone with aplomb.
After the play, personal foul on the defense. 15-yard penalty being enforced on the kickoff. The touchdown is good.
So that penalty will be enforced on the kick. Touchdown stands. It's Luke Crudgington on for the PAT. Good snap. Kick is up and good. 14-7 the Woodlands. 6:46 to go in our first quarter tonight. And a hot start to this game by both offenses here tonight. Three possessions combined and 3 touchdowns, 2 for the Woodlands, 1 for Grand Oaks. The penalty yardage is going to move this kickoff way up, as you're seeing on your screen now. You're able to follow along with the visual on YouTube as well. Kickoff will go from the 45 of Grand Oaks. So we'll see if this is just kicked out of the end zone by Crutchington. You're going to kick it on the ground, trying to get the onside. Surprise, the ball is loose. Grand Oaks appeared to have gotten it. Let's see if they kept it, though. See if the Woodlands managed to get on that or not. The ball does weird things in the pile. The Woodlands has come out with the ball, but they're going to signal to Grand Oaks. So, quick momentary excitement for the Woodlands kick coverage team. They're thinking they had that recovered, but officials say no dice. So Grand Oaks offense back out onto the field with senior quarterback Grant Smith in the position once again of having to answer a score from the Woodlands. Going to run to Gauss, sweep around the right side. Opened up for him a little bit there in the early going. That's a nice positive gain for the Grizzlies on first down. 7-yard gain. Bring up 2nd and 3. Good surge there around that right side for Gauss. Continuing to show a heavy run look. Going to go right back to him. Left side this time. Another gaping hole opens. Helmet flies off of Gauss there at the end. Big hit, but he's got a first down almost out to midfield after 2 chunk gains. He'll have to come out, unfortunately, for Grand Oaks, due to the headgear coming off. So Smith from 2 wide. We'll see if Grand Oaks just continues to pound the rock here, finding success. They're going to run it again. Another positive gain. And into the game there for Gauss was Brian Victorian, a junior running back on that carry. He's going to stay in the game for one more. Grand Oaks with the kind of double H-back alignment here, showing heavy run. They're going to keep it to Victorian. It's going to pick up another yard or 2, bring up 3rd and short. So Smith up quickly to the line. Going to get a signal from the sideline, 3rd and 3. Finger pointing going on down on the field. Now flag comes in. Multiple false start against Grand Oaks.
56, 5-yard penalty, replay 3rd down.
So that'll take 3rd and 3 and turn it into 3rd and 8. Not what you want on 3rd and short. Gauss back into the game at running back now. Three wide shotgun for Smith. 3 receivers in the game. The tight end. Three receivers, 1 tight end, 1 running back personnel for Grand Oaks. Now they're going to talk it over.
Delay of game on the offense, number 11. 5-yard penalty, replay 3rd down.
So back-to-back penalties, actually, against the Grizzlies. Going to take it back to 3rd and 13. We were at 3rd and 3 a second ago, so not the direction you want to move in, of course. Now we're going to go 3 wide on the formation shotgun. Trips to one side for Smith, empty to the other. They're going to throw a jailbreak screen. It's on. He gets the penalty yardage all back, but it's going to bring up about a 4th and 6. It's jailbreak screen there to Darnell Jackson. He was the touchdown scoring player. And Grand Oaks going to play it safe, bring on the kicking team for the punt, perhaps. We'll see if they mean it, or if they've got any shenanigans in mind here. Punt is away, angled to the sideline. It's going to bounce into the end zone. Caden Rosato on that punt, the junior kicker for Grand Oaks. It's angled nicely towards the sideline and then took a straight bounce directly into the end zone as opposed to going out of bounds.
Rosato's punt sails in the end zone. The Woodlands will take over first and 10 at the 20-yard line.
So Jack Dalton in the Woodlands offense, 2 for 2 on touchdown drives here tonight. 2 possessions, 2 TDs. See if they can keep it going. 3 wide shotgun for Dalton. Going to hand it straight up the middle to his back. Good rumbling physical run by number 22, Lincoln Halsey, a senior. Rumble for a 9-yard gain. Like the Woodlands making personnel substitution, going to go back to the empty shotgun 5-wide set. So here's Dalton alone in the gun here for now. Looks like it'll stay that way. Back to pass. He's looking deep. Now he's going to throw to an underneath out route there. Was looking downfield initially. It's going to be caught for a first down. That was Eli Lancaster on the catch. Going to stay in the 5-wide empty backfield. First and 10 for Dalton. Going to look to the sideline now. Change things around. Maybe now. Officials coming in. See if we can find out exactly what's going on here.
Ball start on the offense, number 86.
We're going to get a false start. Take it back to first and 15 for the Highlanders. So Dalton now in the 5-wide empty. Back to pass. Going to throw it underneath. Back to Lancaster. Does a great job after the catch, getting yards after catch. Yak yardage. Going to bring it up to a 2nd and 5. About 2 minutes, 2 seconds to go in the first quarter. Three wide receivers for Dalton now. Going to hand the ball off, but penetration by Grand Oaks. Excellent defense by the Grizzlies. Number 20, Zion Rollins, junior linebacker, the man in position there to cut that play down in the backfield and bring up a 3rd and 7 for the Woodlands. So chance for Grand Oaks to get off the field here on 3rd down. Going to be a 4-wide receiver set for Dalton. Jordan in the game at running back. Back to pass Dalton. Under pressure, he's got to get rid of it. Overthrown. The pressure by Grand Oaks forced that overthrow. That'll bring up our first fourth down of the evening for the Highlanders, and they're going to punt it away as a result. And Crudgington's going to come on to punt, handling all the kicking duties here this evening. Minute 25 on our first quarter clock. Going to be spotted on the right hash here for the punt by Crudgington. Gets the punt away. Nice spiral turnover. And caught. Diving catch by the Grand Oaks return man. Number 13, Jacoby Andrews, senior. It's nicely fielded. That was tricky. He was falling forward. Normally, you see scary results when that happens, i.e. the ball bouncing off of a chest or even a face mask sometimes on that one. So good job by Andrews to not let that ball get loose. Grand Oaks starting this drive, 1:17 on the first quarter clock, down 14-7. So here is Smith, two receivers, early movement. The false start on Grand Oaks, going to move it back. So the penalties continue for Grand Oaks. Need to get that cleaned up. As we've moved along here in the first quarter, a near capacity crowd showing up on both sides. Grand Oaks filling in nicely on their side. The home crowd fired up here tonight. The senior night here for the Woodlands tonight. So pregame we had all those senior festivities going on down on the field. Gauss on the carry. He's going to be stacked up and brought down emphatically in the backfield. Number 95 for the Highlanders, Jairi Jefferson, senior defensive lineman for the Woodlands. So a couple of negative plays here to start this possession for Grand Oaks. Going to keep two receivers in the game, twins to one side, H-back, back to pass. Smith looking down the field, crossing route, hit the receiver but couldn't bring it in. Nearly caught. They had a shot to make that play, and that was Darnell Jackson, the intended man. 3rd and 15 for the Grizzlies. .39 seconds on the first quarter clock. Smith back to pass, going to roll right under pressure. Nowhere he can really go with that. Pressure forced him to just throw it out of bounds. Punt team for Grand Oaks going to have to come back onto the field for the second drive in a row. So defense is getting settled in here after a hot start by both offenses. But the Woodlands, assuming possession turns over smoothly here, will have very nice field position. Kick is away. It's going to be returnable for the Woodlands. Number 3, Kason Bartolozzi on that return. Couldn't quite break it loose, but he's going to set up the start of this possession by the Woodlands in Grand Oaks territory. So outstanding field position for Dalton in the offense. I'd like to thank everyone for joining us on this Conroe ISD Athletics stream here on YouTube. Encourage you to subscribe to the channel, follow the games going on throughout Conroe ISD and in 13-6A all season long, both here at this stadium, the bank, and up the road at Moorhead. 5 wide gun for Dalton on 1st and 10. Back to pass. Wanted a deep ball, but different page than the receiver. Receiver broke the route off where Dalton was thrown into the pylon there on the TD route. Communication between QB and receiver just a bit off there. Bring up 2nd and 10. Jordan checks into the game at running back. One of our touchdown scorers on the evening. 3 receivers in the game for the Woodlands on 2nd and 10. Dalton going to pull the handoff. Wide open. He's caught it. 10-5 touchdown. Number 3 on the night for the Woodlands. Colton Whittle, junior receiver for the Woodlands, on that catch and score. Popped wide open. Nice route and great fake by Dalton in the backfield. Pull in the defense and then just pops it over the head of the Grizzly defenders into Weddle. Very well executed by the Woodlands. That'll take the score to the Woodlands 21, Grand Oaks 7 with 10 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Weddle, a junior for the Woodlands. So I was mentioning a moment ago, just thanking everyone for joining us on the Conroe ISD Athletics live stream. Encourage you to subscribe to the channels for both Woodforest Bank Stadium and Moorhead as we take you through the 13-6A district action. Had a couple of dress rehearsals, but tonight it gets real for everybody in 13-6A in the race for the state playoffs. Only 4 teams from the district will advance to the playoffs. In a couple of months' time, pooch kick. It's going to hit the ground. That's fieldable. The Woodlands is on it. That's going to be Highlander football. That ball is in play. Very clever by the kickoff team for the Highlanders. Things you love to see as a special teams coordinator, giving the kicker Crudgington love as he comes off the field for that lovely pitching wedge of a kick that he dropped so nicely onto the turf for his teammates to recover. And the Woodlands is going to attempt to deliver a hammer blow here if they can score a touchdown and extend the lead that is at 21-7 already here in the first quarter. New running back checking in, that's Jason Haskins, a junior for the Highlanders now. First time we've seen him in tonight. 3 receivers in the formation with an H-back. Haskins motions out. Dalton under heavy duress. He's going to be sacked. Number 28, Colin Thompson, senior for the Grizzlies, gets into the backfield and tackles Dalton for a huge loss. That's going to bring it into the first quarter, so we'll make the short walk to the other side of the 50 as we flip ends of the field. So when we come back, the Woodlands will be moving towards the north end. So lots of big plays here this evening so far with the touchdowns that we've seen. The Woodlands trying to tack on even more here after a positive start to proceedings on offense. Grand Oaks hitting the big pass themselves. Darnell Jackson was on that reception. That put up the lone touchdown of the evening so far for the Grizzlies. My name is Jeremy McRail, and I'm thrilled to be joining y'all on this stream tonight here on Conroe ISD Athletics YouTube. Hope you're enjoying the scenes we are bringing you here tonight from Wood Forest Bank Stadium to kick off district play. Just feels different when the games count towards the state playoffs. Here's Dalton, 3-wide shotgun, going to fake the handoff and keep it around the right side. He's into the open field, steps through tacklers, gains a first down there. They're going to mark him right on the chain. That should move it. Zone read, keep by Dalton, gets the first down. Woodlands going to continue to move fast here. 3-wide set. Handoff up the middle. Still in the game, and running back is Haskins, Jason Haskins Jr. Now that's actually going to move the chains. That was a short yardage situation. So refresh the downs now for the Highlanders. Down to the 25-yard line of Grand Oaks. Knocking on the door of extending the lead further. Five receivers in the game for the Highlanders. Empty backfield for Dalton. Back to pass, looking over the middle, rifle throw, nearly intercepted. Whew, got away with one there. Could have been a big momentum shift to Grand Oaks. That was number 5, Jalen Ashley there on the coverage, a junior for Grand Oaks. Dalton threw a 4-seam fastball there, and it's a good thing he did. 4-wide shotgun for Dalton, 2 to each side of the formation. Got Jordan back in the game at running back. Dalton back to pass under heavy pressure, and is going to be sacked by a host of Grizzlies. They're fired up. Defense trying to make some plays out here. That's number 30, Kevin Ross, it looked like was the first man on the scene. Grand Oaks succeeding in getting pressure on Dalton. The problem is when the pressure doesn't land, there's typically a big play happening behind that. The 2x2 shotgun now for Dalton on 3rd and long. See if the Grizzlies can get themselves out of harm's way here. They've got to really try to keep themselves in the game here. Be very big momentum swing if the Woodlands were able to score. Dalton rolls to the right. Pass is complete. It's going to go out of bounds just short of the first down, however. Let's see if they will go for it. It's in 4-down territory, of course. They could kick if they want, but maybe short yardage enough to where they'll just decide to go. Now on the catch there for the Woodlands, number 10, Bryson Bourne, junior receiver. No relation to Jason, I don't believe. Sorry, had to do it. Twin shotgun here on 4th down. They're going for it, of course. Dalton in the gun, handoff Jordan up the middle. Big gaping hole. Bats to the right side. Going to muscle his way down to the 5-yard line. Looked like he might break loose all the way into the end zone there for a second. There's a flag down on the far sideline. Let's see what the call is going to be. Offsides on Grand Oaks, so first down stands. So the Highlanders down to the 5. Looking to punch in the 4th touchdown of the evening. Three-wide shotgun for Dalton. Going to hand it to Jordan up the middle. It's going to be stacked up, though. Not going to get anything. Maybe a yard. Grand Oaks seems to be doing everything in their power to not concede the middle of the field. Trying to generate pressure and disrupt the Woodlands as much as they can there. Shotgun 4-wide now for Dalton on 2nd down. Going to look to the sideline for an adjustment. As we go under the 9:30 mark in the 2nd quarter. Zig motion. Dalton's going to keep it around the right side. Can he get to the corner? He's going to give it a shot. What's the signal? Touchdown, Dalton, his second touchdown run of the evening. He got to the pylon. Great job using his legs to get around that side and extend. That will take the lead to the Woodlands 27 to Grand Oaks 7, pending the point after attempt by Luke Crudgington. High snap, but the holder does a great job getting it down. The kick is good. Slams off the facade. Take the score to 28-7. The Woodlands advantage over Grand Oaks with 9:14 to go in the second quarter. So we kick off District 13 6A play this evening, and up the road at Moorhead, Willis is playing Caney Creek. Conroe and College Park playing last night. College Park continuing a very hot start to the season. They're off to 3-0 after beating Grand Oaks 35 love last night here in this building. So Luke Crudgington's got the ball down, ready to send it back deep to Grand Oaks. Puts his boot through that one, out of the end zone. The Woodlands has hit the Grizzlies now with 3 unanswered touchdowns, 21 unanswered points overall on the scoreboard. So Grant Smith and this Grand Oaks offense now are charged with putting a drive together and keeping themselves in this football game here in the second quarter. It's going to be that kind of night for Grand Oaks. They've got to put some points on the board. 3 receivers in the shotgun set for Smith, motion across the formation. Fake, looking deep down the sideline. Ball is hanging up, but just underthrown. Receiver could not come back and make a play on that. It was number 4, Preston Cloud, 3-year starter for Grand Oaks, the intended man there. Smith going under center in a 3-wide formation. 2nd and 10, going to fake. Under heavy duress, just has to get rid of it. Very good pressure applied by the Woodlands. Number 98, Magnus Herndon, junior defensive lineman on the pressure there for the Highlanders. It was right in Smith's kitchen as he wanted to pull that play fake and make a play. But Herndon said, nope. 3rd and 10 for the Grizzlies. See what Smith and company can dial up here to try and keep this drive alive. 3 receiver set in the gun. Fake, under pressure. Smith tries to step out of it, but the Highlanders all over that pass attempt. That's going to fall incomplete, bring up a 4th down. So the Highlanders taking firm control of this football game at this juncture, wanting to keep it that way from their perspective. Bobbled snap there, but punter does a good job getting the ball away. It's Caden Rosado. It's going to be returnable around the left side. There's a lane. Tipping-toeing up the sideline is number 2, Parker Stewart. There's a flag down back around the area where the ball was caught initially, around that yard line.
During the return, blocking the back. Number
Blocking
5,
the back
Turkey.
against the
10
Woodlands
yards,
is
foul.
indicated by our
First down.
head official. So that'll negate what would have been an amazing field position. Help Grand Oaks out a bit here, and they needed it. That'll back it up all the way to the 28-yard line. I believe the worst starting field position for the Woodlands here tonight by some distance. Actually, I take that back. On their opening drive, they started on the 25, I believe, went down the field in about 4 or 5 plays. Shotgun 3 wide set with an H-back now for Highlander offense. Dalton rides in the handoff to Jordan, gets hit, makes multiple defenders miss, still making people miss, pinging off people all the way down to the 50. Out to midfield goes Cody Jordan, the senior. Really good footwork and balance there to keep his legs. Dalton wants to keep it moving. 4 receivers, 2x2 shotgun. Now he's going to check with the sideline. 8:19 and counting to go until half. The Woodlands trying to stack onto the lead while they have the opportunity here. Motion into the backfield, sweep right to Jordan, pulls the trigger on the play fake, pass dumped out to the flat and completed to Jameson Gavin, the senior. It's great play design there. People moving all different directions. And they pick up 8 yards on that, bring up 2nd and 2. So Dalton has a 3-receiver set with an H-back. Fakes the handoff, back to pass, looking deep down the middle of the field. Defender draped on the receiver, but too early. That was a similar looking play to the one the Woodlands scored on their last drive. Trying to leak a receiver down the middle, and it looked like he would have been free if not for the interference. It's Jameson Gavin, the intended man there.
Pass interference on the defense, number 23. 15 yards, automatic first down.
So the 15-yarder, automatic first down, of course, going to spot the ball all the way down on the 28-yard line of Grand Oaks. So the Woodlands threatening it yet again. Here is Dalton, 3 receivers. Quick throw to the right, going to be caught. Turns the corner and then cut down there after a few yards. Number 1, Lancaster, Eli Lancaster, senior receiver. Second down and 7 after that 3-yard gain by Lancaster. Shotgun 3 receivers for Dalton. Intended man, looked like he was open there after a little shoulder fake and was trying to hit the receiver on the corner pylon. The intended receiver It's number 86, Dylan Harris, a junior. His first target of the evening, I believe, so far. Going to stay in the 3 receivers, 1 tight end set for the Woodlands. Weddle in that H-back kind of tight end hybrid role. There's going to be a timeout to the Woodlands. Talk it over. It's 3rd down and 7 when play resumes. Got 6:33 remaining in the second quarter this evening. The Woodlands up 28-7 and wanting to tack on even more. And Dalton back to pass, going to roll to his left side under heavy pressure, just has to get rid of it. Intended receiver was Cody Jordan. So the respective student bodies having a nice battle in the stands there. We got 4th down for the Woodlands, so Crutchington's going to come on for a field goal attempt. This will be a 42-yarder from the right hash for Luke Crutchington. Senior on senior night. Good snap, good hold, good kick. Has plenty of leg. It is good, easily from 42 yards. Luke Crutchington. Well executed all around by the field goal team. And that will take the score to the Woodlands 31, Grand Oaks 7 with 6:24 remaining until halftime. Very impressive start to the game tonight for the Woodlands. Scored 24 unanswered points. Crutchington sends this one deep out of the end zone. Shotgun for Grant Smith, 2 receivers. Keelan Gauss with him in the backfield. Going to be sweep left side. Grand Oaks had some success early on in the ground game. Had to get away with it, get away from it rather, with the score extending. Or rather, that was Brian Victorian in the game and not Gauss on that play. Apologies. Smith going to hand it to Victorian. Big hole up the middle. Nice moves. Gets the first down. The chains are going to move. That was the bit of momentum that Grand Oaks badly needed, with the offense showing a heavy run look here in the backfield, heavy shotgun. Run up the middle. Victorian, good tough run there. Didn't appear to be a whole lot to work with, but he gained 5 yards. Now Gauss will sub in for Victorian. It's difficult to tell Grand Oaks they should keep running the ball when they're down by 24, but it's working really well. Whatever moves the chains. Quick flare pass out to the left, caught by Preston Cloud. Not going to gain any yardage, however. Going to bring up 3rd and 5. So shotgun, 2 receivers. Some finger pointing going on, and now Laundry coming down. It could be a false start on Grand Oaks, it appears. Let's wait. Both teams pleading their case to the head official. Grand Oaks has had a tough time with penalties overall here tonight on offense. That will be false start against Grand Oaks, back it up 5 yards, so 3rd and short becomes 3rd and long. 3rd and 9 to be exact. Shotgun 2 wide on 3rd down. Back to pass Smith under pressure. He's got to flush out. Now he gets rid of it. The pass is caught. It's going to be a first down and more. Turn around the right side. Darnell Jackson making play, showing his quickness. Moves the chains and gets a sorely needed first down for the Grizzlies. They've really needed positive things to happen here offensively with this game, having gotten away from them in the second quarter. Grand Oaks won and deferred the opening kick, so they will get the ball back to receive in the third quarter. They can finish this half here on a high note. They've got to punch it in. Under center now is Smith, showing heavy run look. It's going to be handoff Gauss. Makes first man miss. Gains a nice chunk of yardage. About 8 yards down to the Woodlands 30-yard line. Again, Grand Oaks scored its only points on a long pass play to Darnell Stewart earlier, so this is by far their best drive of the game so far. Handoff Gauss again. He's going to try the middle, but stonewalled after a gain of a yard. It's knocked completely backwards there. Big hit. Looked like number 7, Timothy Park, laying the lumber there for the Highlanders. 3rd and 2. 2 receivers set for Grand Oaks, double tight ends. Back to pass is Smith. He's looking for the fade route. Has the receiver well thrown ball, but can't make the connection. Just had a little bit too much juice on it when it needed to hang up a half a second. Bring up 4th and 2, and obviously the offense going nowhere. shotgun, 2 receivers, 2 H-backs in the game. Sweep right side to Gauss, makes a man miss and gets first down yardage. Grizzlies going to move the chains here, keep themselves alive with a chance to punch in a touchdown here as we wind down the second quarter and head towards half. Grand Oaks can punch it in here, give themselves a glimmer of hope going into the locker room to get back into this football game. But work to do yet. Smith back to pass, looking for a poster out, throws it behind the intended receiver, incomplete. That was Darnell Jackson, our touchdown scorer earlier, intended. Two receivers in the set here for Smith. 2:21 to go until half. Back to pass, quick pass left side complete. Be tackled. What a hit by the Highlanders. Number 5, Jabarick Sullivan, senior DB. Excellent tackle. Bring up 3rd and 9. Outstanding form tackle. Timeout. It's our 2-minute timeout, which is, of course, a new thing this season, just like the pros. Woodlands leading 31-7. Again, Grand Oaks is going to get the ball to start the third quarter after winning and deferring the opening toss to the Woodlands. So 3rd and 9, we've got a shotgun, 2 receivers. Formation in the game for Smith, going to fake it. Now throwing to his man in the end zone, but just not on the same page. So receiver falls down. Preston Cloud, intended man. Of course, 4th and 9. Offense staying on the field. Thought they might give brief consideration to a field goal, just to make sure they come away with something. But, yeah, might as well go ahead and go for it the way this has gone. So going to have 3 receivers in the formation with a tight end, 1 running back. We're going to have a timeout on the field now to the Woodlands. Highlanders have 1 timeout left, all 3 remaining for Grand Oaks. 1:56 on the clock until half. As I mentioned earlier, I think we're in for a very interesting district race this season. The Woodlands and Willis, of course, have been running things at the top of this district the past couple of years. After New Caney had a couple of hot seasons previously. In College Park, as I mentioned earlier in the broadcast, off to just a crazy good start, scoring all kinds of points. 3-0 are the Cavs. So they appear to be a very serious player here in 13-6A this season. Fourth down, back to pass. It's going to be Passed out to the flat and incomplete. Just too much pressure applied by the Woodlands and Grand Oaks. With an opportunity to get some momentum going into the locker room, the Highlander defense, however, stiffens up and keeps them off of the scoreboard and keeps the command of this football game firmly on the Highlanders' side of the field. And 153 is plenty of time for this offense to go ahead and just add some more onto that scoreboard if they can. Very well geared to the clock offense, as we call it, 2-minute offense. Expect Dalton to go no huddle here. Great thing for a team to be able to work on early on in the season, work out the kinks. 3 receivers and a tight end for Dalton. Back to pass, going to be, supposed to be rather a quick screen out to the left side. Intended receiver was number 10, Risenborn Jr., but incomplete. Thrown out slightly ahead of the receiver. Didn't have the best structural setup on that pass attempt. I think Dalton recognized that and kind of just threw it into the ground. Four wide for Dalton. 2nd and 10, back to pass. Now he's going to run it. A little QB draw, but Grand Oaks sniffs it out quickly. Brings him down for a loss of 1. Actually going to bring up 3rd and 11. Four receivers in the formation here for Dalton on this 3rd and 11. We go under a minute remaining in the second. Play is blown dead there. So we have a delay. Yeah, delay of game on the Woodlands. Back it up 5 yards.
Clock will start them ready.
Let's see how aggressive the Woodlands is willing to be here. Shotgun 4 wide. Dalton's going to roll right and throw a safe pass out to the right side, complete. It's going to gain the first down. Nifty moves to get the first down yardage by number 1, Eli Lancaster, senior. The clock is going to stop while the chains reset. They're going to try and be ready to go as soon as they wind it. They are winding it now. 3 wide shotgun for Dalton, 2-by-1 formation tight end in the game. Gonna fake the pass up the middle. Now he's just got to get rid of it. Heavy pressure applied on Dalton there. Woodlands wanted a little interference on that. Not going to get the call, however. Bring up 2nd and 10. Clock stops at 34 seconds until halftime. Three receivers in the game for the Woodlands and 1 tight end. It's a run up the middle to Jordan, stacked up for 1 yard loss, however. 1 timeout left for the Woodlands. They're letting the clock run like they're content to maybe just take this on into the locker room. 31-7 lead for the Woodlands. That's exactly what they're going to do. The sideline actually starting to move towards the locker room. So that'll be our halftime score. The Woodlands leading at Grand Oaks 31-7. So I will turn up the field mic for you so everybody can hear the halftime shows here momentarily. Invite you to stay with us, enjoy the performances from both schools here at the half. And then come back, sit with me throughout the second half. Again, my name is Jeremy McGrail. Thank you all for joining us on tonight's broadcast. We will see you after the half.
Grizzly Nation, it's halftime. Would you all please welcome to the field, the heart of the day, the award-winning Grand Oaks Royal Pride Drill Team. The Royal Pride officers are social officers are Lexi Sanford, Elena Robinson, Jordan Murez, Holly Garrett, Gray Bailey, Vice President Addison Hickey, President Bella Barnhart, the Royal Pride Sergeant Star, Annabeth Crabtree, Katia Boyanova, Laurel Swile, and Caitlin Ward. Spirit Girl of the Week is Michaela White. Dancer of the Week is Avery Gillis. Star Girl of the Week, Juliet Clements. Faculty Member of the Week is Miss Bacon. The Royal Pride Dance Officers are Lieutenant Jara O'Farrell, Lieutenant Hope Farmer, Senior Lieutenant Carly Rogers, Senior Lieutenant Samantha Leondo, First Lieutenant Risa Keeper, First Lieutenant Sidney Leondo, and your Captain Amy Pinonez. The Royal Pride Drill Team is under the direction of Miss Brittany Suey and Miss Sarah Johnston. We hope you enjoy their prom routine to Runaway Baby. Royal Pride would like to thank their sponsors, Ceremonies, Automation 4K, Creekstone Outdoor Living, Tiff Stacks and Tees, Go Love It Up, and B.R. Lawson and Company. We greatly appreciate your support, and go Grizzlies! It's time for band. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the field the Grand Oaks Community Marching Band and Guard. The Grand Oaks High School Marching Band is under the direction of Michael Fletcher, Luke Stone, Hunter Gordon, the President Director of the Lopez, and Postal Scrap. The band is under the field direction of Senior Drum Major Peyton Kimbrough, Senior Drum Major Avery Williams, Junior Drum Major Marie Miller, and Junior Drum Major Young Mulligan. The co-guards are the captains Ian Ito, William Swanier, and Peyton Southern. The Grand Oaks High School football team, 7-time national champion, William Ito. The Highlanders representing Team USA in the World Championship this summer in County Board. Williams played by Peyton This evening, the band will perform in Chosen Triumph, Triumph Time, and That Day Goes By from the 2025 Competitive March Show by Captain. Ladies and gentlemen, the Woodlands High School is proud to present the award-winning Woodlands High School marching band and high steppers. Tonight, the band will be performing a portion of their 2025 contest show entitled High Five. The band members wearing white sashes tonight for our seniors. Please show them your appreciation for their years of dedication and for having consistently been a top 10 band program in the nation. The band is under the field direction of one major team, Amara Lewis, Taylor Park, Elizabeth Salinas, Amelie Legaspi, and Carolyn Sullivan. Percussion captains, Camden Clough, Carson McGurk, and Addison May. Guard captains, Cameron Burkett, Ben Bowman, and Maddie Lee. This year's band co-presidents are Lauren Fountain and Nicole Fountain, and the vice president is Claire Blockham. Historians are Ava Dicker, Marguerite Bush, and Mariana Amara Schoolball. Secretaries, Gonzalo Aranda Ortega, Ellie Moran, Ian Simpson, Liam Tuttle, and Benjamin Wertheim. Guard lieutenants, Sailor Osborne, Debbie Hopple, and Valeria Garcia. Guard squad leaders, David Godier, Chloe Smeager, and Caitlin Wisnowski. Guard social officers, Louise Klein and Allison Sheffis. Guard cheerleaders, Allison Yalka and Mayla Zega. The Woodlands Band would like to welcome the McCullough Junior High School Band 8th graders and thank them for being here to stand for us tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, the Woodlands High School Marching Band. And now presenting the Woodlands High School High Steppers. The 2025-2026 High Stepper officers are Lieutenants Paige Henry, Deanna Hilton-Dina, Molly Lynch, Hayden Ross, and Riley Wolf. Captains Elle Hewlett and Kate Tolliver, and Major Arbor Oakley. Tonight, the High Steppers will be performing a kick routine to Always Faithful. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2025-2026 Woodlands High School High Steppers. Highlander football. Ladies and gentlemen, the Woodlands High School Marching Band and High Steppers. The Woodlands Band would like to wish the Grand Oaks Band all the best in their upcoming contest season. And if you would please give our seniors one more round of applause.
And welcome back, everyone. We are ready for the start of the second half here in a couple of minutes. So the teams are lined up, ready to run out here to start the second half. The Woodlands holding a 31-7 lead here at halftime after running away from Grand Oaks on the scoreboard throughout the end of the first quarter and into the second quarter. Grand Oaks had a chance to pull a score back going into the half, but couldn't quite make it into the end zone, so the Woodlands took over possession, ran out that first half, and the Highlanders will be kicking off to Grand Oaks to start the third quarter. Grand Oaks won the opening toss of the evening, deferred that option to this second half. The Grizzlies run out through orange smoke there on the far side, ran through the blue smoke in the first half, and here come the home team, Woodlands Highlanders. The Woodlands, very impressive in the first half all around, scoring 24 unanswered points after we had a 7-7 tie ball game when the Woodlands drove down the field on their first possession, scored a touchdown, and then Grand Oaks came right back, hit a big play to tie it up. But from that point, it's been all Highlanders. Oh, the Woodlands will be looking to come out here in the second half and keep that going. As I mentioned off the top of the broadcast, the Woodlands trying to reclaim district crown for the first time in a few years this season, given that it has sat with Willis in the past couple of years. Before that, it was New Caney. The first step in the district title journey for both of these teams here tonight. And, of course, on the road to the playoffs. 4 teams will advance from District 13 6A to the state playoffs. The Woodlands and Grand Oaks hoping to be among that group, of course. So here to kick the ball away to start our third quarter this evening is Luke Crutchington, senior kicker for the Highlanders. He's got the ball down, ready to send it away. The kick is going to back up Grand Oaks return man into the end zone where it will be touched back. For Grand Oaks, number 13, Jacoby Andrews catching that kick. And Grant Smith and the Grizzly offense come out onto the field to start our third quarter. Facing a big deficit, but just need to chip away and do their best to just put some more points on the board here tonight. Just get a good rhythm going. They've struggled to get that rhythm established here tonight. Penalties have played a role. Just not able to keep up with the Woodlands in the big play department. Have found some success at times running the ball. 3 receiver shotgun formation for Grand Oaks. Be a handoff inside to Gauss, trying to the left side, picks up a few yards. Bring up 2nd and 7. Grand Oaks, of course, need to move a little bit quicker now. 3 receivers in the gun. Gauss again, handoff left side. It's going to be stacked up by the Woodlands, though. No gain. Bring up 3rd and 7. It's a flag that came in. Defensive holding against the Woodlands. It's going to create first down yardage for Grand Oaks, move the chains.
Number 3, 15 yards, first down.
So at quarterback, actually, for Grand Oaks currently is number 10, Pearson Lackey, a junior. Be timeout on the field. Grand Oaks under the direction of Sean McDowell. Came up to Conroe ISD from the southwest side of town, where he was in Fort Bend ISD previously. Actually coached C.D. Lamb when he was in high school down there. C.D. Lamb as in the current NFL All-Pro for the Dallas Cowboys. Whereas McDowell bringing the expertise from Fort Bend ISD up here to try and jumpstart this Grand Oaks program. See if he could increase their level of play in his 3rd year in charge, I believe, here at Grand Oaks. So the ball being moved to and fro, but we have a 1st and 10 for Grand Oaks. Now that play is ready to resume, 3 receiver set for Pearson Lackey at quarterback. Zip motion across the formation, fake handoff, looking for the deep ball. It's laid out way ahead, but not going to be completed to the receiver. The Woodlands had some nice coverage back there, had 2 defensive backs on the intended receiver. was the popular target here tonight, number 6, Darnell Jackson. Fellow junior along with Lackey. Jackson and Cloud have been the 2 featured targets here tonight for Grand Oaks out wide. 2nd and 10, shotgun 3 receivers. We're going to hand it off this time. Big running room for Gauss around the right side. It's going to move the chains for a first down, no flags. Grand Oaks has succeeded here at times moving the ball, but have not been able to get points. Under center now. Gonna be the power run to Gauss. Going to be slung down after about 4 yards. Grand Oaks looking to the sideline and taking their time a bit now. Just trying to keep a rhythm going. Now the play's in. Back into the gun is Lackey. Two receivers going to pull on the fake. Now going deep down the right sideline to Jackson intended, but the DB is there on the coverage for the Woodlands. Sullivan, Jabaric Sullivan, senior DB, had good coverage. Stayed inside of Darnell Jackson there. Stayed between the man and the football. 3rd and 6 on the down and distance. .9:41 on the clock in the 3rd quarter. Grand Oaks has the play and looking to move aggressively now. 3 receiver shotgun. Lackey back to pass. Under pressure, he's going to take off and run around the right side. A ton of room, and he's showing good wheels. 20, 15, 10, down to about this 8-yard line. Bringing a little bit different dimension with his athletic ability is Lackey. Saw the space around the right side and just accelerates through there with intent. Grand Oaks in business inside the Highlanders 10. 3 receiver shotgun. Just blown up in the backfield there on that attempted run by Grand Oaks. Grayson Smalling in on that tackle for the Woodlands. Highlander D-line flexed their muscles there, got into the backfield before that play could get off the ground. Be 2nd and 10. 2nd and goal. Under center now for Lackey, 2 receivers and an H-back. Handoff left side. Gauss makes first man miss. Cannot make the 2nd and 3rd miss. About a yard. Bring us to 3rd and goal. Grand Oaks showing 2 receiver package here initially. Let's see how they line up. It's like 2 receivers in the game, plus your H-back or tight end. Looks like they're going double tight, 2 tight ends, 2 receivers. Back to pass. Flushed out is Lackey. Space. He's got a man in the end zone. Touchdown, Grizzlies. Number 2, Keelan Gauss. 2nd time in the end zone for Grand Oaks tonight. They had to make that play. It's like I said, right before half, they were knocking on the door, couldn't punch it in. Had to do it this time, and they make no mistake there. Impressive drive by Lackey coming into the game. driving the offense down the field. He's going to stay on to hold for this PAT. And it is good. That's going to bring the score to the Woodlands 31, Grand Oaks 14. And on that kick for Grand Oaks, number 59, Mason Woodell, junior kicker. We hope all of you enjoyed that great halftime show from both of these schools. Really nice crowd on hand here tonight at Woodforest Bank Stadium for the kickoff of 13-6A play for both of these programs. The dress rehearsals ended quickly, and now we are playing for real. We are playing for a district title and playoff representation. As Caden Rosado, the junior kicker for Grand Oaks, has the ball down, ready to send this one deep back to the Woodlands. Line drive kick. Fielded in the end zone. Let's see. He touches it back. He does. Kaysen Bartolozzi on that. Kickoff fielding. So here's Jack Dalton back out with the Highlanders offense, 3 receivers and an H-back. Gonna flip the H-back. Quick throw out to the right side, caught. Gain a couple, actually just a yard on that. Caught by number 18, Jamison Gavin, senior receiver, been heavily involved here this evening. Got Cody Jordan at running back, flanking Dalton. Dalton back to pass again. Just got to throw that one away. Into the spectators. Bring up 3rd and 8. Look to be some confusion on what happened on that play with the design. So Dalton just tossed it away. So we have 2-by-2 shotgun here, 4 wide receivers on 3rd and 8. Back to pass, Dalton under heavy pressure, throws it up the middle, looking for a little post route. Late flag comes in. That could be PI. Very costly pass interference on Grand Oaks perhaps there. It's thrown right in that area. Once again, intended receiver here was Jamison Gavin. Dalton was in trouble there. Saw he had a receiver singled up over the middle of the field. Just tried to kind of feather that pass in there.
Holding on a defense.
Defensive holding.
10-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Automatic first down, so that is a very costly penalty for Grand Oaks. Had a real shot to stop the Woodlands there. But now they've got to recover themselves and see if they can do it again here and get them off the field. So Grand Oaks sort of hold the Woodlands and then go score again. We have a football game again. A very critical juncture in the football game right here. 4 receivers. Handoff to Jordan. Looked like he might have space initially, but Grand Oaks shut the door fast. Only a gain of 1 yard on that. So on 2nd and 8, here is Dalton, 3 receivers with the tight end. And a motion across H-back. Sweep left side. Jordan has space around the left side. Gets the first down, yardage out to the 50. Nice run. Did a good job of just getting his foot in the ground and going downhill there to get the first down yardage. Tough run. Woodlands moving past. 4 receivers, 2 to each side of the formation for Dalton. Now look to the sideline. Quick pass out right side, caught. It's going to be stacked up right away by Grand Oaks. Good job. Going to gain maybe a yard, half a yard. Going to bring up 2nd and 9. Grand Oaks coming out here in the second half with some renewed energy. Shotgun, 3 receivers and the tight end for the Woodlands. Dalton on the keeper. Get some positive chunky yards. Bring up a 3rd and short. Bring up 3rd and 4. Coming up to the 5-minute mark in the 3rd quarter. Go 3rd and 4, 3 receivers. Roll to the left for Dalton. Has a man on the out route but can't connect. That was Gavin intended. So 4th down comes up for the Woodlands. Grand Oaks gets the stop for the moment anyway that they've needed. Let's see if the Woodlands pulls any funny business here on 4th down in Grand Oaks territory with the ball. Grand Oaks just going to send back a single returner. High snap, cleanly fielded by Crutchington. Gets the ball away. It's going to bounce into the end zone, however. See, again, Grand Oaks got the stop they needed on defense. We'll cut away briefly so Woodlands player can receive some attention. It's coming out the field under zone power. Good to see. Grand Oaks with an opportunity here to get the football. And as I said a couple of moments ago, if they were to score here, we have a football game again. Let's see what they elect to do on this drive. If they try and take an early shot here, perhaps at a big play, or if they just try and do what they did on the last drive and just kind of matriculate down the field. Under center, 2 receivers. Going to go power to Gauss around the left side. Stays on his feet, fights through a couple of tackles, gains about 5 or so yards. I mean, the run game, for the most part, has looked quite good for Grand Oaks here this evening. Picking up positive yardage when they keep the ball on the ground. As I mentioned a little earlier on, obviously tough to commit to that every play when you're down by multiple scores, but it is helping them move the chain. So here's Gauss, Wildcat. Direct snap around the right side. He's got room. out to the 40, going to pick up the first down and a lot more. Nice creativity there. It's first time tonight we've seen that Wildcat formation from Grand Oaks. They're going to stay in it. They've got their quarterback, Pearson Lackey, split out wide at receiver, which is typically what you see in the Wildcat. Gauss again, going to go up the left side, nearly pick up another first down, grab from behind there, picks up 9. They're going to stay in the Wildcat. It's working, so why not? But now we've got a different player in the game to take the direct snap. Leaning on the ground game. Around the left side for the first down. That is number 7, Brian Victorian, the junior, who has spelled Gauss tonight in the backfield. If they stay in it here, they will. Victorian. They're moving the pile, so why not? Oh, ball hits the ground. Victorians just got to preserve the possession. They're going to lose a ton of yardage, so the momentum that they had built up is now gone with that loss, at least temporarily. It's going well until that. Second and 17 after a loss of 7. Look like Lackey is going to now take the snap again. Shotgun, 3 receivers. Victorian stays in at running back to pass. He's going to be flushed out now. Sack. Number 98, Magnus Herndon, junior defensive lineman for the Highlanders. Man on the spot. It's going to bring up a third down in Grand Oaks to go. Third and 21. Three receiver shotgun for the Grizzlies. Back to pass, Lackey. Heavy pressure setting up the screen. The Woodlands all over it. Going to stuff it. Moved Grand Oaks backwards every play there. After they gave up a couple of first downs and had momentum going out of that Wildcat, and then they had the botched snap that ruined that drive. The Highlanders stand strong when it looked like Grand Oaks was going to drum up some momentum there. Punt away, not returnable. Ultimately gets back to the return man, and he has to try and make a play with it. It's Bartolozzi. So here is Jack Dalton and the Highlanders offense back onto the field. Going to want to try and make something count here. 3 receivers in the shotgun, plus the tight end. Left side run to Jordan. Stacked up after a couple of yards. So we're at 50 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Been a pretty quick quarter. Grand Oaks scoring the only points so far of this quarter. Second and 7. Here is Dalton. Shotgun 4 wide. Back to pass. Flare out left side to Jordan. Caught. Spin move making the first man miss. That was nifty. Gets close to the first down, but he's a yard short. Nice athleticism from Cody Jordan. It's like Woodland's going to go empty backfield here potentially. Jordan staying on the sideline. Actually, that'd be the end of the third, so we'll flip ends of the field. The Woodlands will be coming back towards the south end zone on offense when we come back here for the fourth. We thank those of you joining us on this stream, Conroe ISD Athletics YouTube channel. Please subscribe to the channels for both Wood Forest Stadium and Moorhead Stadium so you can follow along with all the action in Conroe ISD with us this season as we kick off district play this weekend. It's the Woodlands 3rd and 1 opening the fourth quarter. Flag down. Get the first down. Jordan's going to take this one to the house, but a flag does come down. 10-5, touchdown for Jordan, but will it stand? The Woodlands sideline seems to think it will. Busts the run wide open. Saw the flag come down initially and thought that they were going to call it dead or it was going to come back. But it will stand in the Woodlands.
On a defense, that penalty decline.
Will score the touchdown on the speed of Cody Jordan. Parting the Grizzly defense right down the middle to extend the lead 37-14 for the Woodlands. As soon as Jordan broke free in the open field there, it was evident they were not going to catch him. Grizzly defenders did not stop and attempted to get there. Just too big of a hole that Jordan had to get into there, and the speed to take it all the way to the house. 11:50 remaining in the fourth after that play to extend the lead to the Woodlands 38, Grand Oaks 14. Luke Crudgington has the ball down, ready to send this one back to Grand Oaks. Kick bounce into the end zone for a touchback. It's like Grant Smith back on the field for Grand Oaks at QB after Pearson Lackey was out there for that last drive. Smith, quick pass out to the right. It's going to be complete for a short gain to Darnell Jackson. Again, just picking up 2 yards. Going to bring up 2nd and 8.
Timeout for injury.
Timeout on the field. Encourage everyone watching along with our stream tonight, hit that like button for us, see if we can get over 100 for this one. Again, subscribe to the channels for this stadium, Wood Forest, Bank Stadium, and Moorhead. Follow along with CISD athletics throughout district competition in the race for the playoff spots. Right side run for Grand Oaks. And pick up another 2 or 3 yardage, bring up 3rd and 4. Now that we are into September in district play, it just really feels like the football season now under the Friday night lights here at Wood Forest Bank Stadium. Tight formation for Grand Oaks out of the gun, 2 receivers on 3rd and 4. Smith rides in the handoff here to Victorian. Tries the right side, but not much there at all. Going to bring up 4th and 4. Going to give him a yard on that, maybe more like half a yard. They're going to go ahead and punt it away. A moment there in the 3rd quarter when Grand Oaks had a shot to cut the deficit to 10 points, but had a drive initially start hot and then stall out with negative yardage on 3 plays in a row. Punted the ball back to the Woodlands, and then the Woodlands scored in 1 play through Cody Jordan right after that, or as the 4th quarter began, rather, and in 10 seconds. It went from a shot at the Grand Oaks had to bring the score to 31-21, and now it sits at 38-14. So it's those little moments in the game that you look back at as the what if and the teaching moments on film. Woodlands 1st and 10, 4 receivers in the game, 10:04 on the clock left. Flare pass, running back caught right side. Hit hard by Grand Oaks. That was number 12. Kyson Morgan, flag comes in afterwards. Number 22 for the Woodlands caught the pass. Lincoln Halsey, senior running back, saw him in the first half. Come on in relief of Jordan.
After the play, we had a dead ball taunting on the defense, number 12, 15 yards, first down.
They're going to call a taunt after that.
First offense.
Not what Grand Oaks needed there. It's going to bring the ball out to the 42-yard line. Got 3 receivers in the formation for the Woodlands plus the tight end. Beckett barefoot in at the tight end spot, H-back. He's going to motion across in the backfield now. Run look, pulls it out. Quick pass, left side caught. Number 14 on the catch, Carter Cass, sophomore receiver. Actually scored in the first half on a touchdown, but had it negated by penalty. Cass easy to spot out there with the lime green cleats. 3 receivers in the game for the Woodlands. Barefoot motions across and now back out. Handoff sweep right side. Not going to gain any yardage, however. Good job by the Grizzlies defense to stack it up. Now on the carry for the Woodlands, number 23, Jason Haskins Jr. Saw him a time or 2 in the first half also. He and Halsey coming on to spell Cody Jordan. Woodlands now content to lean heavily on this big lead that they've compiled here tonight so far. See out the rest of this ball game, get to 1-0 in district play. Dalton back to pass, just throw it away, nowhere to go. Looked like a little bit of confusion maybe in the design there. Wanted to set up a screen perhaps, but going to bring up 4th and 5, so the punt team's going to come out. Woodland's been a little bit spotty on offense here in the second half. That's maybe something they'll look back at on film, is kind of fine-tuning the way they come out of the locker room on that side. Crudgington's going to send the punt away. He'll be downed at about the 26-yard line, where Grand Oaks will take over possession. Grand Oaks has had a couple of different QBs in the game at the quarterback position this half. We'll see if Smith comes back out or if they go back to Pearson Lackey, the junior, who came in and led a scoring drive for Grand Oaks at a half. Looks like Smith is going to be back in the huddle here. Like 2-receiver formation for Grand Oaks out of the gun, showing a power look. Double H-back setup on the right side. Quick throw out to Preston Cloud, left side. He's going to catch it and gain about 4 yards. The experienced senior receiver. Again, he's been on varsity since his sophomore year for the Grizzlies. Stay in the same personnel grouping. Out of the gun, run to Gauss. Gonna stick his foot in the ground and pick up a couple more. Bring up 3rd and short. Bring up 3rd and 4. Go under 7 minutes remaining to play in our game tonight. My name is Jeremy McGrail. Happy to join y'all. My 3rd season calling games for Conroe ISD. Under center now for Smith. 3rd and 3, handoff to Gauss. Going to be hit initially in the backfield. Bounces off that first tackle. Going to pick up the first down around the right side. Good speed. When it looked like initially that was going to be potentially blown up, but gets around. I believe it was Derek Williams there in the backfield for the Woodlands. Three-receiver shotgun for Grand Oaks. 1st and 10. As the chains moved on that nice effort by Gauss. Now back to pass. Smith flushed out right. Has to get rid of it before he wanted to. Incomplete. Hit the ground. Bring up 2nd and 10. Now Lackey has subbed into the game at quarterback for Grand Oaks. Junior number 10. Looks like we're going to go Wildcat. Lackey is lining up at receiver. Going to be Gauss lining up to take a direct snap. He's going to try Main Street right up the gut. Going to pick up a first down. Single wing style. You just call it a Wildcat these days. Gauss staying back at the QB spot, taking the direct snap. Right side going to be stacked up for just 2-yard gain this time. Into the Woodlands territory on the 49-yard line where that is spotted. believe so far in this series between Grand Oaks and the Woodlands, the closest game, or closest score that I've found so far is 42-20, I believe, is the closest we've had in this series. Back to pass for Lackey, looking deep into double coverage. The ball hanging up. It's going to be picked off. There's a return on here, right side. Kason Bartolozzi handles kick returning and pounces on the interception there for the Woodlands. Watching the replay again as Lackey just reared back, let that one go. It's just at a point in the game where they're needing to try and make plays. Not much time left, down a lot of points, and just wanted to try and give themselves a shot at a big play there. The Woodlands did a great job double covering that. Held that layered coverage over the top of that route. Bartolozzi there to capitalize on the pick. Got himself a nice return out of it as well. So now the Woodlands will rotate on offense, and number 16, Caden Copeland, sophomore quarterback, will come in and hand the ball off to number 23, Jason Haskins, junior running back. The Woodlands gonna salt this one away here. Slam the door shut and get that first win of 13-6A. Grand Oaks will move to 0-1 in district play, but of course, just getting started here in the race for the 4 playoff positions that will represent this district ultimately when we get to that point in 2 months in November. Copeland gonna hand off once again to Haskins. Going to be stacked up after 2 yards. Going to bring up 3rd and 6. Some extracurriculars and flags coming in. Laundry everywhere. He's getting a little chippy out there now. Coach, you want to see your guys keep composure at this point in the game.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct on a defense, number 29, 15-yard penalty, first down.
So that's going to go against Grand Oaks, move the ball into Grizzly territory for the Woodlands. It's Caden Copeland here extending this drive. It'll be 4 receiver formation for him. Haskins staying in the backfield alongside. 2 receivers to each side for Copeland. Handoff, Haskins going up the gut, but stacked up. No gain. Thank everyone for joining us tonight, staying up with us to watch this game. If you weren't able to make it here in person or if you're watching it after the fact. Second and 10 for Copeland, 3 receivers. Handoff right side. Haskins going to cut it up. Tough run, trying to move the pile to get closer to the stick. Moves it up to about 35-yard line, so to bring up 3rd and short. Nice run by Haskins. Good tough football play. Four receivers for Copeland, shotgun. Looking to the sideline, get his play. He's content to wind this clock. Play clock's going to run out here. Timeout, Woodlands.
Timeout.
2:47 left in our game tonight. We'll have a fast conclusion. Been a pretty quick moving second half in general. All right, back into action here. It's Caden Copeland on 3rd and 4. 3 receiver set, pulls the trigger to the left side. First down, turned up the left sideline and more. 20, 10, 5, and touchdown once again for the Highlanders. Great catch and run up that left sideline. Outstanding play, number 88 for the Woodlands, Logan Ha on the catch and run. Expertly turns it up the left sideline and skates along to get it into the end zone, extending the lead to 44-14. PAT right now. Up and good, 45-14, the Woodlands on it tonight. Kicked deep into the end zone where it will be touched back with 2:37 left in our game tonight. Woodlands rotating in several players here on defense, getting everybody onto the field on this senior night. And it'll be a special one for the Highlanders tonight. Celebrate their first district win of the year and move into 3 wins and 0 losses on the season. Grand Oaks will move to 2-1 on the year, 0-1 to start district. But again, plenty of opportunities to hit the mark they will need to get into the playoffs. So for Grand Oaks, keep your heads up. Lots of battles still to be won here in 13-6A as Victorian takes that handoff for about a 2-yard gain.
Timeout, 2 minutes.
Timeout on the field. Coach Rapp and his staff be happy to get this first one in the books. Start their pursuit of the 13-6A district championship. Two minutes remaining in our contest here tonight. 2nd and 8 for Grand Oaks. Hand off left side to Victorian, going to cut it upfield, pick up a nice little chunky yardage. And then the game at quarterback for Grand Oaks on this drive, number 17, Jake Mize, senior. Now, Wildcat. The Victorian's going to go to QB. Mize is going to split out at receiver. Victorian right side has room. He can hit the sideline. 50, 40, and out of bounds around the 37-yard line. Explosive play for number 7, Brian Victorian, the junior running back for Grand Oaks. The Wildcat has looked good here tonight for the Grizzlies when they're getting a clean snap fielded. The wrinkle that should serve them well against other competition in 13-6A. 3 receivers set, 1st and 10. The fake by Mize, keeps it around the left. Going to pick up a few. That fake to Victorian. 2nd and 7 as we're moving under a minute left. Hand off up the middle, Victorian, ball's out. Woodlands is on it. So what you will see now with 46 seconds is best formation in football. It's going to be victory formation now for the Woodlands. Forcing that turnover, forced a few here tonight. Had an interception a little bit earlier in the half. Right. One snap should do it here. Again, best play of football in football when you have a lead. Victory formation for the Woodlands. He's going to hit the knee. So our final here tonight is going to be the Woodlands 45, Grand Oaks 14. Again, the Woodlands moving to 3-0 overall, 1-0 in district play. Get one more snap in here. And that'll be all that we have for you here tonight with that final snap. So the teams will line up and come out and shake hands. So again, our final score here tonight from Woodforest Bank Stadium as 13-6A play opens for both of these programs. The Woodlands 45, Grand Oaks 14. Thank you all for joining us here tonight. And again, look forward to seeing you here with us all throughout the season as we move towards November and deciding a district title and state playoff spots. I'm Jeremy McGrail. We will see you next time